Well, we're here on a stretch of State Highway 79, about 3 kilometres out from the township of Geraldine in the South Island, where 3 people have been killed after a campervan crashed into the side barrier of the highway. Emergency services were called to the scene just behind me here at about 1 o'clock this morning, responding to the campervan that was on flames, as we understood. And about 6 or 7 o'clock this morning, it was confirmed that 3 people had been killed. Now, the nearest property to where the crash occurred, just behind me here, is a park over property, which is a property where campervans and mobile homes will typically park overnight during their commutes heading north or south. The owner of the property, her name is Sue, she's owned the property for about 20 months now, and she mentioned that there has been numerous numbers of crashes over the last 20 months that she's owned it for. The first one involved a car that lost traction and basically headed off into a nearby field. Another time where a beekeeper was taking a whole lot of bees and also came off the road and ended up losing all of their bee stock. And so because of those numbers of crashes, she suggested that the intersection itself might be because the fact that Te Moana Rd, which is the road that heads behind me just here, heads towards Barker's factory. And often people will be traveling about 100 kilometers down here, and as they turn down, they'll normally end up losing traction in wet weather, or perhaps maybe even lose their bearings due to how much speed they have to increase or decrease as they turn on or off the highway. So she mentioned there's been a bit of history there. She was awoken to the crash at about 1 o'clock or so in the morning. She saw red sirens and flashing lights. She was actually woken by her dog. But she didn't go out to investigate it, she just chose to mind her own business. But she did call the incident bizarre and really hoped that there's an answer soon for the people involved.